All right, guys, it's Morgan coming to you with a tech review video, but it's about a bunch of things. After the Death March, I have a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about and what I think about them. The Death March this year was a little shorter. It was 115 miles, lots of snow, some downed trees and craziness and whatever, but it was still a beat down with rocks and roots and snow and some fast stuff. And anyway, I'll put a couple clips up here. So that's kind of just a quick view of what it looked like. And I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to know what I think about the Mako 360 XC gear mount. I said originally that I liked it after 2 short rides on the plateau, but I really wanted to save my judgment until I did a big gnarly ride that would actually normally hurt my wrists. And I can say 100% that I really like them. I've been running Flexx Bars from Fast Company for a long time now because I have bad wrists from crashing and breaking them. And anyway, so the Flexx Bars saved my riding a bunch. They made it so I could get back to long rides and things like that. A friend of mine, Brady Metter, said I should try these, and a few other people said I should try them, so I'm trying them. And a BMW just pulled up. Let's go over what the XC gear actually is, in case you don't know what it looks like. Also, I did a video on installing it. I'll put a card right up here for that if you want to check that out. But it's pretty cool. So the deal is you replace every part of the bar mount completely. The bottom part goes right onto the triple clamp like it's supposed to. Then you've got these red elastomers, and you can choose which color elastomer and the different softnesses and hardnesses and all that stuff. Anyway, so you can choose all that stuff. But and I'll go over that in a second. So anyway, you got the red elastomer here. All right. So the bar is not touching any metal. It's just, you know, the bar to elastomer in here. But if it were just like that, you could it could probably rotate the bar. If you hit hard enough, it would rotate over. So they make this little piece that comes in here, and up inside here there's basically a male part that goes up and a female part that goes in, and there's another elastomer in there they call the shark bite, and that controls the stiffness of moving the bars this way when you hit things, right? So the cool thing is there's no metal on metal at all to your hands, so it takes away not all of the vibration. Nothing will ever do that, but it gets rid of a lot of vibration. These bikes don't have much anyway because of the motor, but it takes a little bit away, which is nice. And then with the shark bite and everything like that, it takes away that hit, right? So it not takes it away, but it dampens that hit when you hit sharp things. So that's how they work. I really like them. Like I was saying before, I've used Flexx Bars forever. They've saved me a ton. But my overall impression, because people keep asking me which one I like better, I really do think I like the XC gear better. Because while it does increase the weight of the bike and the handlebars and everything like that, all the weight is right here, right over the triple clamp, right over the steering stem. On Flexx Bars, they're also heavy, but they're heavy all the way out here and all the way out here, and that makes it feel slow to turn, like you don't have as much authority in your arms to turn it. Since these are light out here and all the way to here, and it's still lighter overall than Flexx Bars, but feels like I've got more authority, more ease of turning the bars when I'm going through the tight stuff or rocks or whatever. So I like that a lot. I really do. I think that's better. Price-wise, they're actually a little bit more than Flexx Bars. It's a little over $400 for a set, and Flexx Bars are $369. So it's a fuzz more money, but I do like it better. The other really cool thing is it allows you to run whatever bars you're used to. Fast Company makes a bunch of different bends, but they're not the same as a lot of the other bends that people are used to. So if you're used to a set of bars and the bend and the sweep and all that stuff, it's nice to run these because you get to keep the exact same bars, right? Nothing changes, your wrists feel good, everything feels good. So I like that a lot. The other thing that is really cool is on Flexx Bars, they come out here, actually, I'll show you really fast. Zach Sheets is installing my old set of Flexx Bars on a friend's bike. So if you look right here, see how that bar comes way out straight and it covers up the clickers and things on your forks. That's not a big thing on KTMs because they have the knobs on there, but on Yamahas, like my YZ, it makes it so you cannot get the clicker, and it's a real pain in the butt. So it's nice to be able to run normal bars. You can get to all the adjustments, your bleeders, all that stuff. It's just a lot easier. So overall, really, really happy with the XC gear bar mounts, and I definitely like them better than Flexx Bars. All right, so guys, the next thing I want to talk about after the Death March is the rear tire that I ran. I went out on a limb and I got a tire I've never even heard about. Not only have I not run it, I've never even heard about it, but quick and dirty is, I really, really like it. So it is the IRC, what do we call it? Let's see. It's the IRC IX07S from IRC. Motocross, blah, blah, 110, 118. I'm running the NM18305 Nitro Mousse in it, used mousse, that I took out of the other tire that was on it. And honestly, this tire was great. It's a relatively inexpensive tire. I think they retail through us for about 80 bucks. I got it because the IX09W that I ran, the Dakota, had crazy grip, but it just wore out too fast. So this is like the next harder compound. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and why not do it on the Death March? You just never know. And if you guys watch some of these clips here, you can see that it was working good, going up a bunch of gnarly hills with a bunch of mud and snow and whatever. It definitely slipped sometimes, and I did some crashing, but I don't think anything would have stuck to some of that stuff. So this tire has 115 miles on it. You look at it. Lots and lots and lots of tire spin on that day. So I'm going to keep running it. We're riding Dry Creek tonight, so we'll get it out in the desert here this evening, and I'll talk more about that. But I'm really, really happy with that tire. So the next thing I want to review is the Acerbis 3-gallon tank. We didn't ever have a really long leg on the Death March because of the snow and stuff like that. I bought it really for Idaho, but then also it's just nice to have more gas on board, especially when Zach is always running out of gas. There he is.
Rides so hard.
He rides so hard that he runs out of gas literally instantly. So this is 0.4 gallons bigger than stock. And yeah, it is kind of funky up here. You got to worry about the family jewels a little bit if you're sliding forward. But the thing I like about it is it feels just as narrow as the stock tank. Like when you're riding the bike, other than the funky thing up here at the top, it doesn't feel any different. So I'm really happy with that. So 300 kit, I'm obviously super happy with that. The thing runs great. Still got to do a little bit of jetting. I need to get a leaner pilot jet in there. I don't have it yet. It's on its way. But I opened up the air screw. This seems to work good. But also running an FMF gnarly pipe on this bike. I've not actually run a gnarly pipe on a KTM in a very long time. Worked great. Tons of low end, worked good. It's high and up and out of the way. They even put this like dent thing in here so the pipe rides a little higher, so I haven't really dinged it up. Got a little bit of a ding there and a tiny one there, but actually it's in good shape, so happy with that. Also, I forgot to mention in one of the other videos about what we did to it, I put V-Force 4 reeds on it. I did that when I did the top end, so It runs great. I don't know if those helped at all, but they're cool and they say V-Force 4 on them. And I think as far as new stuff, that's it. Front tire I ran during the Death March was the Shinko 216 MX 8100 21. With that does have a brand new platinum nitro mousse in it, and it worked great. I like that tire just fine. I would have put a Bridgestone M59 on there, but I didn't have any. They were back ordered, so I do have some now. So the next tire I put on will be that. But yeah, that tire worked great. Everything else worked awesome. Still liking the Acerbis X seat, the weird looking Klingon seat. I really like it a lot. It's awesome. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I hope that's informative. I hope you take my suggestions and try this stuff out. It works really good. XC gear stuff. If you want to order an XC gear Mako 360 through me, I would love to sell you one. Give me a ring, 970-240-2197, or email me, morgan@highland-cycles.com. We can get you set up. Like I said before, they do have different elastomer setups, so you can go with a softer elastomer, take more of the vibration and hits out, or harder, give you a little bit more positive feel on the steering. But we can talk about that. Suspension worked great too. Again, Brady, thank you so much. Thank you, Brady and TBT Racing. I love you. As always, you know what I'm going to say. I hope you get out, you spread the gospel of two wheels, and I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes!